Hey everybody, this is Tristan, and this is a demo of the brand new OCR functionality we have for LGv5. And what's really cool about this is we no longer need photos from cameras, from your cell phones. We actually are going to read it right off of Xbox Live, and it's actually very, very useful and much more powerful. And I'm going to give you a quick demo. So for hockey, the first thing to understand is we have player names. So I'm going to go into the OCR how I would do it normally. Go to LGHL, my LGHL, you click on input score, find whatever game you have. Okay, so here's the game. So the first thing to understand is we now need your EA player name. Now this is kind of confusing because the screenshots no longer actually show your actual gamer tag. So I'm just going to, so what we've actually done is we've actually created a field in the database. So if you go in, if you click on your name and go to personal details, you'll see a field here called your NHL 16 player name. So I'm just going to take it out. We're going to assume most people are not going to have this done. So we've made it very, very quick and easy for people to input it, or for managers, GMs, people inputting score to sort of update this en masse. So if I go into here, we're going to see everybody's name. As you can see, I don't have one. So for this demo, you can quickly do it here. I'm going to put in this person's name and then update. And what happens is you'll actually get an alert saying, FYI, someone has changed your EA player name. This is in case people go rogue and change stupid stuff. We'll be able to track it, and you'll be able to see that it's been changed. So as a player, it's your responsibility to keep it up to date. But if not, the person entering scores can quickly do it. So I've inserted a dummy game here, a test game, and I've already put in people that that their names. So what's kind of cool is basically the same system before. You would go, okay, so step one, make sure this is up to date. The other thing too is, remember, positions. We no longer get the position data, so we have to expect people to properly update the positions for players. So nothing we can do with the OCR. So the only input you really have to do is make sure the positions are correct and just make sure the usernames are correct, which they should be correct once the first time we go through. So the same system works before. What is a partition? A partition is, let's say the game had a lag out and you needed to start. So let's say you had screenshots from the first period and then second to third was another set. You would create a separate partition for that. I don't need to do that right now in this demo. I'm just going to do the one partition, which is from first period to third period. So how it works is, instead of uploading a file, you'll see this little button here that says Get Images. So if you click this, it is now looking on everybody's Xbox Live that was in the game. So anybody here, it's looking at all their screenshots that are 45 minutes from the game start. So for example, if the game was right here, I got this at 6 p.m. I actually got to change that to be the correct time. But this, let's say this game was at 6 p.m. It is looking for screenshots from 6 p.m. I think till 45 to 55 minutes after. So any NHL screenshot from 6 o'clock to 6:45 on October 5th will show up here. Now, we don't always sync it within the hour, so if you needed to quickly check, you would click this button. So let's say here's a case where Sebi has a bunch of screenshots. Let's say he doesn't have them at this time. I wanted to check, or our site doesn't have them all. So he only has these three, but he's already uploaded a couple of ones. If you click this, it's going to say, please confirm. It's going to take a minute or two. So what it's going to do, just I'll re-explain this. You click this button, it's checking, re-downloading the screenshots from everybody here. So this could take a minute or two, give or take Xbox Live connection, etc., etc. But it's basically going to do the work for you. So here's a case where right now we only had 3 shots from Sebi, but in theory we would know Sebi has more screenshots. So wait for it. Okay, done. And if I went here again, I would see here's all the screenshots. So what's kind of cool is it's searching for screenshots from everybody listed here, and it gives you the list of all of them. So here's a case where the screenshot was no good, but these ones are good. Okay, so let me show you how to do OCR stats again. So the one thing I want to say is, when you're taking stats, a couple things to know. Again, with the way EA does this, is we need you to sort by minutes, and ideally put the blue bar on somebody that we don't need anything for, because sometimes the OCR cannot read the highlighted one. So if you can, just take, sort by minutes, put the blue bar down there. In the old OCR, we required you to go to the right and take an image. There's only one stat on the right side, and that's face-offs 1. We no longer will require those. So the only stats we need are this one right here, this one right here, which is the team stat. So this page, each team's skater stats, and then each team's goalie stats. Same thing applies if you can, just don't you have that one. or sorry, I mean highlight the one that's no longer used. The OCR might pick it up. I haven't totally tested on it, but so, and then of course we need the period stats as well, which is right here. So those are the 6 images we need in the game. So let's say you have all 6 images and you actually want to use it. So I'm going to click on this one. What type of image is it? Team stats. You'll notice that it used to take 2 minutes to do. Takes like 2 or 3 seconds. It found 2 teams. I mean, can't be any easier. So now we want to get the player stats. It's this one, this one, this one, this one. So 4 at a time. This again, whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then hit this one. User stats. Upload image. Again, this used to take about almost a minute or 2 per image. Takes about, for these ones, only about 5 seconds, maybe less. So this will only take about 10-15 seconds. And it should be done right now. And be done. Okay, there we go. So that took, let me just check my clock over here, 16 seconds. But as you can see right here, it has now gotten all the stats, which is very, very cool. So that is those 4 images, 100%. It's getting the time on ice, goalie information. It's pretty powerful. And then the last one I want to get is the period stats. Period stats, upload image. That one takes half a second. So again, what we've got here is we've got 6 images, the 4 for the players, 1 for the team, 1 for the period stats. This is what it's returned. Simply upload to the actual site now. It's actually loading in the corner. Successfully posted. So now if we went into LGHL, we'll see the game. If we click it, there's all the stats from the OCR images. Excuse me. We got our goalie stats. We got our perfect player stats. This guy had 5 points. That's pretty good. Another cool thing is any image that's marked off as OCR, it won't automatically show up here, but any other image or video that isn't OCR will show up. And then there's the regular OCR images right down there. So that's how the OCR works, a much more powerful system. I think you guys will make lives a lot easier for the GMs and owners, and obviously stats will be much, much more accurate. So hope you enjoy. Ciao.